This week. The Russians have got their land bridge now from the Donbas through to Crimea, and further on they hope to Kherson. And that land bridge is something that's quite important to them. It will actually take some taking back when the Ukrainians try some sort of counter-offensive, probably much later on. Meanwhile, attention is all on the Donbas and the sort of things that are happening in the Donbas region. The Germans have actually committed some Gepard tanks to the operation. In fact, they committed these in April. Those Gepard tanks are on the way. 15 of them are on the way, not 150 or even 50, 15 of them, and they won't arrive until July. Meanwhile, the Ukrainians have got to hold in the Donbas. And in the Donbas, what they're trying to do is stop the Russians with their bite and hold strategy. What the Russians are doing is taking very small bites out of the territory. And those small bites really revolve at the moment around Popasna, pushing forward towards Severodonetsk, and that's where the real essence of this battle is going to take place. They've surrounded Severodonetsk on three sides, and they will try to take the fourth side sometime soon, and that will really determine the outcome in Luhansk. Another area is likely to be further north between Izium and Lyman. The Russians are pushing forward from Lyman, not clear how well they're doing yet, and they haven't really been able to push southwards from Izium terribly well. So lots of contradictory information at the moment, but the Russians are certainly taking small bites. The Ukrainians are trying to hold them. One other area of interest at the moment is that the British Foreign Secretary, Liz Truss, said that she thinks that we ought to, Britain would be prepared to deliver weapons to Moldova, which is a next-door territory to the west of Ukraine, and help the Moldovans defend themselves against any Russian attack that might develop in time. Well, that's an important political statement for the future. But in the immediate sense, the armed forces of Moldova are only about 5,000. The separatists in Moldova have a militia that's bigger than that, about 7,000 or 8,000. And there are 1,500 Russian soldiers there, apparent peacekeepers. In fact, the United Nations has ordered them out several times and they've just ignored it. So at the moment, Moldova is a very delicate sort of country, and delivering any NATO weapons to Moldova soon would probably create another civil war and the whole country might collapse. But that's one for the future. Meanwhile, the Ukrainians have got to hold as best they can in the Donbas against this offensive, which is still going forward.